Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Haven't enjoyed your day so far, and the observant among you will have noticed the names of the bottom part of the screen have now disappeared. Those were the phenomenal $10 patrons that we've had on this channel supporting it for the last several months, but I decided to get rid of Patreon and move over to YouTube channel memberships to give more back to those people. Don't worry for non-members, like absolutely nothing is going to change. All the content is going to remain free on this channel forevermore, but this is just a new way to potentially support the channel further if you would like to, and I'll share a couple of minutes of a quick video here explaining what is going on and exactly why these logos are on the screen. So there are 4 tiers, because this is what YouTube recommends, but every single tier has exactly the same level of reward. So the only difference here is how well you might happen to be doing in life, or just how generous you are feeling. But every single channel member gets the opportunity to join a private channel in my Discord, where I post all my videos ahead of time for those channel members especially to enjoy before they're scheduled released to the public. I also talk about projects and ideas I might be working on, and it's just a good way to connect further. There are also exclusive member badges and emojis to show off in the comment section, so new members will receive a bronze TacticalRab badge with this sexy new logo, and over time that will level up as if we are playing ranked play. So after 1 month it becomes silver, after 2 months gold, after 6 months sapphire, after 12 months emeralds, and then after 24 months, 2 years, the coveted dark matter camouflage on that TacticalRab logo. We're also launching some exclusive member-only emojis for use in the comment section, including an homage to Lil Peanuts, the king of the YouTube algorithm, and we'll add some more to these over time. So yesterday the pros decided to gentleman's agreement the AK47 officially, it is gone. All the clashes these last several weeks of the amateurs saying, look, it's so OP, what are you guys playing at? Simp and Co saying, look, the AK47 isn't even that good. Now it is gone from professional play. Who is surprised? And what might the meta be going forward as well? Could this even be a beneficial thing for the meta if we're saying that now it could be a XM4 and Krig meta potentially with the AK74U? Who really knows? Questions for you guys to answer in the comment section below. But a few weeks ago, this was the 16th of December, when the European amateur side first decided to GA the AK47. Looty says, look, what's people's thoughts on the AK47 being a respawn? Remove GA, keep it GA. And well, the rest of the guys decided that they were going to get rid of it. All the top amateur teams in the European side decided to get rid of it. I don't care what anyone says, the AK47 is OP, and so is the 1911 pistol. And well, because the pros for whatever reason don't tend to use the AK47, this is on the 21st of December, so for them GAing the task force when the Krig has been nerfed makes subbing not viable when the EU players use the AK. So well, he's basically saying, look, why haven't the North American professional players realized the AK47 is so strong yet? And maybe a few weeks later they have indeed realized that, to the point where it has been removed from the professional circuit as it stands right now. And as MattG said on the 29th of December, when there was the question going around about the attachments being GA'd on the snipers, he was like, look, CoD is just ruined, these GAs are just going way too far. And well, as Paris says on this one stinks of typical pro GA judgment. That was on the attachment on the sniper side, but it seems like the AK47 is now also gone. A few days ago we get this from GodRx. AK47, by the way, absolutely hate it. And well, a number of pro players saying this over the last several weeks, and there's no secret, the AK47 is very strong. Pretty much the only AR to actually have a 4-shot kill range, definitely competes very well with the 74U, dominates the ARs at most of the engagement ranges that you're going to be having. But in previous Call of Duty games, the best assault rifle doesn't necessarily just get GA'd, right? I mean, we look back at the Modern Warfare, for example, the M4 was the only gun that was used the entire year, with the exception of maybe the RAM that came in for a while, and then the RAM got GA'd. The pros decided, look, the M4 is just going to be what we're using. That was the dominant weapon, right? The fact that that was the only AR being used this season, if the AK47 is kind of becoming the only AR being used, now, okay, now we're getting rid of it, right? So there's some inconsistency maybe across the years. Then again, you could argue that, okay, the AK47 dominates all the ranges, it's too good against something like the 74U in a close range environment, therefore we need to get rid of it, and well, the XM4 and the Krig may actually be a better meta overall than having the AK47 in the game. But well, certainly some interesting discussions on this, and I'm very intrigued to hear what you guys think in the comments section below. Center said, this is the time my team is most likely using the AK47 as well. This is way back in November when it was kind of initially discussed, and as Simp said at the time, AK isn't even overpowered, you are all trolling. And Josh says, I'll give it a few weeks before your opinion on this is changed. And Simp hasn't actually changed his opinion, but clearly, well, some of the professional players have. So as Simp says a couple of weeks later, every other AM team thinks that AK is broken because they have subs who do not know how to shoot back. AK has been and is still not good. So no, well, this is what Simp says at the time, but clearly the opinion of the professional community at large has changed. He says here, put away the AK, it is Garbo on the 23rd of December. And well, TacticalRab Academy on the 22nd of December. Pros, when they get killed by anything that isn't a Krig or a 74U, it is time to go. And well, as it seems, yesterday, RC says, just me, myself, my AK-47. Silly says, just got bad bad news for you, brother. And well, just a few minutes after this, it gets GA'd officially as Crontes added the AK47, which was GA'd today, and the KSP45 as well, that 3-round burst SMG, which was very strong, and a few people were talking about it. Classic talking about it as well, which yeah, that was also GA'd a while ago. So the AK47 is gone, the KSP is gone. Yeah, well, who is really surprised? Not really me, and I'm certainly intrigued to hear your thoughts on whether this is a case of it going too far, or whether you can justify this from a certain perspective, because if this does make the meta more diverse, at the end of the day, maybe it actually will be a net positive for the viewership, right? But at the same time, this does have its negative consequences, right? I've been playing a lot of game battles lately. The AK-47 has obviously been pretty dominant in those games, and well, because it's not officially banned in the CDL rule set or anything, the game battles matches are going to be entirely different with the AK-47 running Rampant than the actual professional matches, right? And that kind of is the issue with some of these GAs, especially if they're not reflected in the official CDL rule set for quite a while, that well, amateur players and professional players are playing a very different game. And when League play does finally come around, if it does, what is the situation going to be there? And as Crone says, AK-47 has been GA'd. FaZe and Optic were just using it in scrims, though. It was GA'd right after they finished. Thought I'd mention this as well for the scrim results, because you guys always like to hear what is going on. But Optic won this one 6-3. So Optic took the victory on Garrison Raid and Crossroads. FaZe won the checkmate and the Moscow. Then in controls, Optic took those 3-1, losing only the checkmate. But this was with the AK-47 in play. Soon after, it seems to be completely gone. And well, as Sim says at the time, doesn't matter what I think, I am one man. So Sim doesn't actually think it was that strong. Of course, they're using the 74U, but also having it out the game doesn't make it easier on my mind, because I'm constantly thinking about, okay, the 74U, the AK versus the AK-47 kind of confuses me a little bit, so maybe it will be beneficial, well, to get it out the game in that sense. But yeah, certainly not something that I would have expected to happen at the start of the year, the GAs to go just this far. Octane talked yesterday about exactly why it is gone, and the idea really is that the Krig got a significant nerf to its headshot multiplier, so it went from, well, only needing 1 headshot to get a 4-shot kill mixed in with 3 body shots, to now needing 2 headshots mixed in with 2 body shots to get a 4-shot kill, otherwise it's a 5-shot kill. So as a result of that, the AK-47 then became very strong, because it does have a 4-shot kill range. Yes, it shoots slightly slower than the Krig does, but well, pretty much jack of all trades gun now became the AK-47. Very good up close, very good at range, and the Krig was a much more niche rifle that maybe can be used on a map like Moscow or on Checkmate, Search and Destroy in certain situations. But then also the XM4 former was kind of bringing into prominence as well, also being a competitive weapon, right? So the AK was kind of just dominating the XM4 most of the time, and the Krig was kind of a bit of a niche gun, so we tended to just see the 47 and the 74U being used pretty much all over the place. However, that is now not the case, right? The AK-47 is gone. It seems like now we're probably going to get an XM4 dominated meta with some Krigs in certain situations. So, okay, the M4 is back in business, right? We had it last year, all year. It was the M4 MP5, and now we have, well, the 74U and the M4 once again, and, well, hopefully some Krigs mixed into the matter. If it does make the weapon meta more diverse, I'm not completely against it, but, well, I suppose the problem is really you look at this from a casual player's perspective, someone new to the scene is like, okay, why are they not using the AK-47, right? It's really good in public matches, and then you kind of have to explain, okay, well, they decided it was too good to get rid of it. These type of questions which you really don't want to have to answer, and, well, you can certainly argue they've gone too far this time, especially when you see this stat, as Breaking Point GG point out, and so is over 50% of the items in Black Ops Cold War, so half the things in the game, if not more, if you count up attachments, you know, weapons, perks, and like the wild cards and all this type of stuff, if you count up every single item you could equip in the game and total up what is banned and what is GA'd, I think it would now be over 50% of the items in the entire game, which is probably something new for Call of Duty that we haven't had in quite a while. But yeah, very intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. The AK-47 is gone. Will this be changing what you guys are using in game battles? Because I imagine we're still going to see a fair few AK-47s. And as Den says, I like the 47. I will be using it for my important top 16 match to break the top 32 curse. Mental game already in our favour. So talking about the Challengers Cup coming up relatively soon, Den saying that, look, I might just pull out the AK-47 if it is necessary, because the North American Challenger scene has kind of GA'd it now along with the pros. But of course, it's not officially banned, right? So there's no reason why a team in an important match couldn't just pull out the AK-47 to their advantage. And well, obviously that would be a bit of a shocker, but it's not absolutely out of the question, especially if people are going to remove their classes for the AK-47 from now on. And well, there's an important matchup for seeding think for tournament points or whatever, a team pulls out an AK47. It's not, it's not something which we haven't seen before. Let's just say that. I'm only talking about the GAs more generally, just to finish off the video. This came out from a roamer that I thought was pretty remarkable. Don't understand about how people can be upset about taking smokes out of the game when you can do stuff like this. And I haven't really seen this before, but he just chucks a smoke down on the bomb and manages to one-way through it. I mean, yeah, smokes are ridiculous. If you guys have been playing Search and Destroy at all in this game, you'll know that smokes are just very, very frustrating to deal with. And as you can see right here, just chucked a smoke on the bomb, chucks a trophy down, and could just see through his own smoke, and these guys have no idea what's hit them. So, yeah, probably something which we don't really want to see in competitive play. So I do think GAs have their place with all the smokes on the map not necessarily being the best gameplay to watch or to play, but yeah, maybe the AK47 is going too far in this instance. But intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm to know you enjoyed this content. Other people like you may enjoy this content as well, and I'll grow the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you for watching as always, take care, and I will see you next time.